Vicario just had the head start and got that, but he's gifted it straight back. And then it goes! Oh, Harry Wilson! Horrific scenes at the back for Tottenham. And the giant cheer as he does what he should have done. A half-time reception that tells its own story. This was supposed to be the new dawn. Instead, it's a new low at half-time.
The fans, they have the right to do what they think.
That's unacceptable. It can't be true Tottenham fans.
Yeah, difficult times then for Tottenham Hotspur with their goalkeeper Vicario, one of their star performers really from the last couple of seasons, booed after a costly error against Fulham on Saturday. He has been defended by head coach Thomas Frank, who has also backed fullback Pedro Porro after he criticised fans in an Instagram post.
I think it's fair in that sense. Again, the players, they are individual people that they can have their own opinions, and I think he was. I think what he put out there was fair. Veg is remarkable. His character is fantastic in every aspect. I think it's about how you carry yourself every day, in good times and bad times, and he's very consistent in that way. We have some fantastic fans. We're nothing without the fans. We need them, every aspect. And they are very much allowed to be disappointed, no problem. I'm just saying, when you play a match at home, it is not as helpful as it is when they can see they're driving the team forward, for example. My point was that during matches, that's where we need each other. After, fair with the booing, but during, that's where I want to create a fortress. I think some of you guys probably have a even more, how can I say, up-to-date stat in terms of how many games we won or lost or draw the last couple of years. But if any club want to be successful, you need to create a fortress. If you want to create a fortress, it can only be together, fans, team. My job is to make sure that we do everything we can to perform, but can we do that together? That's where you create a very difficult place to play.
Well, these are some of the reasons behind the discontent at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. That goal scored by Harry Wilson put Spurs 2 down after just 5 minutes and 43 seconds. That is the fastest they've ever conceded twice in a home Premier League game. Spurs have now conceded 11 goals in the first half of games this season. Only bottom side Wolves have conceded more in the first 45 minutes. And Spurs are now on a run of 20 Premier League games without a win when conceding the first goal. So not only are they conceding early, they're also failing to recover when they do. Well, it is Newcastle next for Thomas Frank. You can see Newcastle up against Spurs live on Sky Sports Premier League tomorrow night from 7 o'clock. We started the show this evening by talking about Tottenham Hotspur. It is a huge game with Newcastle tomorrow. Is this in a way a good time to play Spurs? Just with the recent form in the Premier League?
It couldn't not be, because you might want a response from Tottenham.
Well, that's what Thomas Frank would be
exactly,
hoping, right?
and you could have a big response, and that's what he'll be hoping for, a response. Tottenham are thinking, is it the right time to play Newcastle? We've just come into good form and got players fit and firing at the moment. So yeah, it's an interesting game. Everyone's going to make Newcastle favourites for sure, because they've been very good at home and very strong. But then Tottenham have been good away from home, apart from the Arsenal defeat, which was really disappointing. He needs a response, Thomas Frank, from his team, and the fans are going to expect a response. They're not playing at home, so there's no pressure on them, but there is pressure for them to deliver away from home.
It's funny, isn't it? Talking about, it feels like we've started it earlier on, talking about maybe Thomas Frank being under a little bit of pressure at the moment, just because of especially the last sort of couple of performances in the Premier League and their home form as well. When you look at the Premier League table, Tottenham 12th on 18 points, Newcastle 13th also on 18 points. Yeah. Is a lot of the criticism aimed at Spurs and Thomas Frank, this home form this season? We mentioned it earlier, the fact one home league win, and it came on the opening weekend. Yeah, definitely. I think it's the home form where the Tottenham fans have been a bit, not happy about it, a bit disgruntled, and they've got the right to be. Like, the home form, you're meant to make it your fortress, and they haven't done that at the moment. You've seen the goals against Fulham; they were so disappointing. And every time I watch it back again,
And like, listen, everyone can make a mistake. Vicario makes a mistake. No defenders get him out of trouble. But it's the way he just doesn't sprint to get back into his goal. He basically jogs. No, sprint back, and you've made a mistake. Try and like make amends, and you didn't. And then obviously none of the defenders go back on the line. Do they not watch Harry Wilson? Harry Wilson's got a hell of a left foot, and he's been doing that for many years, scoring spectacular goals. So it's poor defended, and I can understand why the Tottenham fans feel frustrated. But it's time, as you said, the league's tight. 2 or 3 wins, and then Tottenham go right back up the table. But I understand the disappointment from Tottenham fans, and he'll be disappointed, Thomas Frank. We know he's a fantastic manager. I do believe he'll turn it around at Tottenham. We just got to give him a bit of time, and you know he needs those players back. They're not going to be back. I don't know when Kulusevski's going to be back. Madison's going to be out for the whole season, but he needs Kulusevski back because he needs a bit of creativity and quality that Kulusevski has. I think he's a top player.
Yeah, I mean, you talk there about the fans being frustrated, and they're certainly disgruntled at the moment. It feels like this is a big week.
Massive.
Feels like a really, really important week for them.
No, it's a massive week, and it's not started off well, but I think this game against Newcastle was a big one, and then the game on the
Brentford,
weekend.
his former club.
Well, there you go, and who are doing well. Keith Andrews is doing a fantastic job, so it's going to be difficult. And let's be honest, some of those Brentford players are going to want to get one over their old manager as well. Without a shadow of doubt, he's probably brought a lot of those players to the football club, and they've worked under him. So.
Is there then for Thomas Frank? Is there an added pressure on him?
Yeah, to deliver.
Yeah.
Because he feels like he's gone to a bigger club in Tottenham that are bigger than Brentford. So there will be more pressure on him to deliver in that game. But yeah, Brentford will want to try and get one over him. But first and foremost, they need to deal with this Newcastle game. It's a huge game. After you've lost, like how you've lost against Fulham and then lost against Arsenal, you need a response, and he'll be hoping his team get a response against Newcastle, which is a tough place to go.
And from sort of the Fulham performance, what will Newcastle be focusing on in terms of exploiting Spurs?
Just causing them problems, I think, defensively, but they'll have Romero back, so that'd be a big boost for Tottenham. But Voltemada, they know they have to watch him, but it's down the wings. Can they go and cause problems? Can they cause problems to Tottenham's fullbacks and midfield? That's the biggest thing where I've looked at Tottenham recently, where they can lose matches, is in midfield for sure. And Newcastle have one of the best three available when they're fit and healthy, in Joe Linton, Bruno Guimaraes and Tonali. But credit young Miley, he came in the other day, done well. They got Willock, they got Ramsey, they've got competition for places. And when you're going to St James's Park, it's one of the hardest places to go, so it's going to be a hard game for Tottenham.
Okay, very well said, and wonderful having your company.
Thanks for having me.
I must say. Well, all 10 midweek Premier League games are live for you on Sky Sports. We have got 3 matches for you tomorrow, 6 on Wednesday, and then Manchester United at home to West Ham completes the set on Thursday. And we are going to be joined on tomorrow's Premier League show by the former Newcastle keeper, Tim Krul. That is live from 5 o'clock. Well, next, more from Thomas Frank, who has responded to the way that the fans booed his side during that defeat to Fulham.